Describe Julie as a neighbour to me, Paul. I knew we'd get there at some point.
We got on up until the extensions were built, and since then she's been nothing but a bully. She's
Is there something funny, Julie? Do stand still.
For 5 years.
He's lying.
For 5 years, I've engaged through solicitors to try and get clarity over the access of the land, over the caravan, and now the latest one has been the fence. She's refused to go down the proper legal route. She'll respond to solicitors, but with mudslinging and taking it off on irrelevant tangents. And to the point where even when solicitors are saying that, pointing out where she's making material facts in her own title plans, she's just completely ignoring it.
Why are you so angry with Paul, Julie?
I'm not angry with Paul at all. He can have all the access he wants, Judge. This is not what he's doing. He's bullied us over the years, to the point a couple of weeks ago. Please, can I see these photos? No. Please.
That's... Sorry.
He's pointing. I'm not being called a liar.
Let me have a look. Julie, I can understand why that's upsetting, but just to be clear, Paul was on his own roof.
I asked him to get down. They told me to mind my own business. They could do what they like.
You all right? Do you want to sit down? Sit down.
Judge, this has been going on so long, I can't take no more of it.
I know. Can we get you a chair?
He's making me ill.
Let me tell you, Julie, Paul. Julie, thank you for coming today, and I'm going to deal with the case before I come on to Paul's counterclaim. This is what happens so often with neighbour disputes. Thank you. Thank you. You get so emotionally bound up in the whole issue because it's your home. You understand that. You understand that.
It's just got beginning. When's it going to stop? When's it going to stop? It's one thing after another, after another.
Paul, you hear what Julie's saying, and she expresses to me why she's upset about it. What do you feel hearing what she's saying?
I agree, it is one thing after another. First of all, she puts a caravan in the way to block my access. Then she builds a fence to block my access. Every time we try and bring up relevant legal arguments, she pulls up irrelevant stuff which is wrong and lies from years ago.
You're demonstrating exactly the issue. Do you understand? I've given you a huge amount of leeway.
I'm sorry.
And I understand that you're upset, but I'm going to have to be strict. This is what happens when people don't listen or hear each other. Do you understand, Julie? And I understand you're upset. I see that quite clearly. And I can see that this has caused a huge amount of stress to you. But had this been dealt with in the early stages, like reasonable people on both sides, and I speak to you, Paul, as well, you're nodding at me. He's nodding at me. Had you been less stressed and less annoyed that afternoon, Julie, had you responded in a way which was reasonable as well, we wouldn't even be here. Now, this is an explosion of years of waiting for your opportunity to come and tell a judge what's been going on. And whether or not you've got any legal foundation, there's so much anger and rage there relating to so much over the years, build up, that we end up with your day in court, your opportunity to tell the judge, and that's what happens. It's understandable. And I just want to be absolutely clear to you, Julie, and to Paul as well, I don't hold that against you in any way whatsoever. I know how difficult it can be to come and make submissions to a judge, even one as nice as me.